So let's start off with our ESP32 over here. Now there are a lot of pins on the ESP32 that you can use, but what I have seen is that sometimes you use the Wi-Fi module, so some of the pins don't work properly and some of the pins are for input only, like these row of pins over here. So what I found out is that the pin number D5 over here is absolutely perfect for your inputs and outputs, even if you are using the Wi-Fi module. So we will use that one, and this is basically a single channel relay over here, so we only need one output pin. The rest of the two are for the power supply. So on the relay here you can see we have the VCC, which will be our positive power supply, in, which is for the input, so this will actually turn on and off this relay over here, and the ground, which will obviously go to the ground. Now on the other side of the relay you can see we have three terminals over here, the middle one being the common terminal, the right one being the normally closed, and the left one being the normally open. You can also see that how the markings are printed on the PCB over here. So as you can see, from the common, the line is slightly tilting towards the right side. That means that when the relay is turned off, these 2 points are connected together and these 2 points are not connected. So once we turn on the relay, the connection between these two pins or terminals will break, and that would be transferred to these two terminals over here. So like I said, let's connect it up. So first we will connect our VCC to the 3.3 volts out on the ESP32 over here, as you can see at the bottom left. Then we will connect our ground to the ground, just like so, and then finally our input pin will be D5, which is right over here, as you can see. And unlike the ESP8266, the pin number over here are actually the GPIO pins. So now that we have connected the ESP32, now let's head over to our computer and program it. Now before we do anything, first we need to make sure that our IDE can actually upload this code to the ESP32 board. So first of all, what we have to do is just go to File, then click on Preferences, and in the additional boards manager URL we have to paste this link over here. I will give it in the description box, and then click on OK. Now we need to install the ESP32 boards on the IDE. So for that we'll go to Tools, select the board, and then click on Board Manager. You will get this window over here, and all you have to do is just type ESP32. And at the bottom there you can see we have this ESP32 by Espressif System, so you will need to install that. I have currently installed it, so that's why I'm getting the remove option, but if you haven't installed, you will get this install button. And once that is done, now we can finally upload this code to the ESP32 board. So let me just give you a brief explanation of what this code is. First we define the relay pin over here, and I have just set it as relay 1. So the relay 1 will store a value of 5 being our GPIO pin. Then in the setup function we will set the pin mode of relay 1 being the value 5 as output. So the ESP32 knows that we need to output a signal through this pin. Then in the loop function, which will run again and again, we will digitally write the value to relay 1, again pin number 5, to low. So in digital write function we only have two options of writing, either high or low, and as you know it will be either 0 or either 1. So in case of low it will be 0, in case of high it will be 1. When 0 being the case, nothing will be changed on the relay, so it will just remain at its uncharged state. But when the relay is set at high, the relay will turn on and switch its position to the left side, as I have said earlier, and in between those we have a delay of 1 second. So every 1 second the relay will turn off and turn on. As you can see over here, the relay is in milliseconds, so 1000 milliseconds equal to 1 second. Obviously you can decrease or increase it. So this is just a simple code just to show you how you can get the relay working. So let's just quickly connect the computer to our ESP32 board first, and now let's go to the top there and select our board and COM port. So in the board section you have to write ESP32, and I'm using the dev module, so I will write just dev over here. And as you can see, I get the ESP32 dev module over here. If you have any other module, all you have to do is just search it for here and it will show up in this section over here. So just select that, and whatever COM port you get over here, just select that. It's usually the COM port in which your ESP32 is connected. In my case it is COM port number 5, so I will select that and then click on OK. So now that our COM port and our board are selected, now we can just go ahead and simply click on upload, and this will first compile the sketch, as you can see over here, and upload it to the ESP32 board. So now as you can see, it has uploaded to the board. Now let's head over to our ESP32 and see how it is working. So let's power it up and see how it functions. So let me just connect the USB cable over here, and as you can see we get a ticking sound in the relay over here, and that is basically meaning that the switch is being turned on and off. So in the off position, as I said before, these two terminals will be connected together, and in the on position these two terminals will be connected together. And you can actually see that once the relay is turned on, you get a green light. So let me just reduce my light so you will be able to see that. As you can see, the green LED is turning on and off. So when the LED is turned off, that means the relay is in off position, which means that these two terminals are connected together. And if the green light is on, that means the relay is in its charged or on position. So that means these two terminals will be connected together. So there it is, guys. That's how you can control a simple relay with the ESP32 module. And if you want to add more of these relays, just use any of the GPIO inputs pin that are available when you use the Wi-Fi. So define all of them as outputs and connect the input 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that to the any GPIO pin you like. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Hopefully you like it. If you have any doubts, you can comment down below. I will try to answer them as soon as possible. So I will see you all in the next one.